What's up, you guys? Zoeb here from OneGlanceTrader.com, and welcome to the final part of this series of my trading course, the Candlestick Pattern Crash Course. And if you're brand new to this trading series, you can click the link in the description so you can check out the playlist so you can watch parts 1 to 6 in its entirety. And just to very quickly go through where we are today, is this whole candlestick pattern crash course is based on my OGT price action indicator, which is absolutely free. Link is inside the description. And the first part goes into the global settings of the indicator, and then parts 2 to 6 go into the 5 candlestick patterns that is enabled as part of this indicator. And in this particular part, we're going to go into the Marubozu, which is classified as the momentum candle. So the Marubozu is a one-stick candlestick pattern, and the word Marubozu translates into bald head or shaved head in Japanese. And basically, what that means is as you can see with the images on the right, they are bars where there are no wicks or no shadows. And again, you can have a bullish Marubozu, which is the white Marubozu or green, and then you also got the bearish Marubozu, which is the black or the red kind of image there. And these are strong indications of momentum to either side of the market. Now, in terms of how you set this up within the price action indicator, as with all the other price patterns we went through in this series, we had dedicated settings that are that contribute that you can customize for your particular trading style. But for the Marubozu, because it's a very simplistic style, whereas there is no wicks or no shadows, there is no customization that's kind of needed. So what all you can do is really decide whether you want to look at signals that are with the trend or looking at with counter trend moves as well. So personally, I set this to false when I use this candlestick pattern, because I want to understand if there's a Marubozu for a counter trend trade or a momentum trade with a bullish or bearish Marubozu as well. So one thing to bear in mind, because there are not many candlesticks that are formed where there is no wick or shadow whatsoever. So they are fairly limited in terms of the signals that they provide. But if they are limited and they do appear, there is a strong indication that there is a momentum in either direction based on the type of Marubozu that is formed. So I wanted to go through this particular example because I wanted to try to include other forms of confluence with this, so you can take this and create a story as opposed to just looking at one candlestick pattern. So firstly, the Marubozu signal on the chart is signified by this star symbol. So every time you see a star signal, you are referring to a Marubozu. Now you can see here that this is a very big bearish Marubozu, which is signifying momentum to the downside. Now, when I look at this particular piece of price action on the Aussie dollar 30-minute chart, what you can see here is you've got a classic double top, which you can see over here. And this Marubozu formed to create the last leg of the double top. So not only have you got a bearish Marubozu, but you've also got a double top, which the Marubozu completed the formation of the double top. And then when you try to include other elements of price action in there, you can see that the preceding bar after the Marubozu, you can see formed an inside bar. And as we learned in the previous series on the inside bar, the more inside bars that you get, the stronger the kind of potential breakout, in this case the downside, what we're looking for. So we've got 1, 2, 3 sorry, 3 candles which are classified inside bar, because this fourth one did break, even though closed. I think it did close just outside this, just outside the Marubozu bar, and it would be at this close, sorry, where we would look to take a short position in this trade, because you've got the resistance with the double top inside bars. You have a line there. As soon as it breaks that line, we want to go short and continue that momentum to the downside. So hopefully that gives you a good sorry, example of the Marubozu and how you can potentially trade it. Again, I'll be honest, it's not one that I personally trade with all the time. It's something that I have on my chart, and like I said, but it doesn't come up that often for me to take notice and to really go into that. So if it comes with additional confluence factors, as I've discussed before, then I would definitely look at that into more detail. So that is the fifth and final candlestick pattern that we're going to go through as this series. So I just wanted to quickly go through the course objectives to make sure that we have touched on all of these elements as part of this actual trading crash course. So hopefully now we would have gone through 5 commonly traded candlestick patterns. You'll understand how they look like, the different types of formations, and also for the second point is how I personally set them up in the OGT price action indicator and how customizable this indicator actually is. Again, as I said it before, in my view, this is the best price action indicator, candlestick pattern indicator out there on the market, whether it's a free version or a paid version. This is absolutely free, and I think people have built their whole trading strategy just around this one indicator. So, you know, what I'm saying to you guys is that not one candlestick pattern in isolation is a trading strategy. Again, as we talked about, and I've shown examples of divergence, of round number levels, Bollinger Bands, other support and resistance, and using multiple candlestick patterns to form a story on whether or not price will continue or reverse in the direction your trading pattern or your trading history is trying to show you. And again, hopefully you guys have realized, and I've noticed in some of the comments when I release parts 1 to 3, is people have started to write down and in the comments on their own ways of how they use it. And some of you guys just use the engulfing bar with trend lines. Some of you guys just use pin bars that support and resistance. Whatever it may be, you can see now how many different variations you can make of this to suit your own actual trading style. So this is the end of the course. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be doing more courses in 2021. And what I've got on my screen now is my other indicators. So again, we've got the playlist and some other particular indicators that I think complement the price action indicator, such as the OGT trend dashboard or the OGT RSI MTF indicator as well, if you're looking to more counter trend. But I would certainly check those videos out, and really hope that you've enjoyed this whole series, and click on one of those videos now, and I shall see you guys on the other side.